Children, the main occupation of people of India, especially of those who live in the villages, is agriculture. However, these days people also get engaged in a number of non-farming activities, including manufacturing, transport and shopkeeping, etc. In this lesson, we will learn about both these type of activities. Let's take example of a small village in the fertile alluvial plains of the Gangetic Basin in the western part of Uttar Pradesh, Rampur.
Because of being located in the fertile area, Rampur is an agriculturally prosperous village. It is well connected with other villages and cities through road. Bullock carts and motor vehicles are used extensively to transport commodities from Rampur to nearby places and vice versa. Meet Bhola, a farmer in Rampur, and his son Deepu.
Father, this year we have such a good wheat crop in our field. There is still so much land left uncultivated in the village. Why can't we grow wheat there too?
No, Deepu, the land that can be cultivated by farmers is fixed in our village. In 1921, there were many forests cleared and wastelands converted into cultivable land. Since then, there has not been an expansion in land under cultivation. Today, there is no land left to cultivate in our village.
What all types of crops are generally grown by farmers in our village and around the country?
Mainly, there are two types of crops grown by the farmers, Rabi and Kharif. Rabi crops are sown in winter from October to December and harvested in summer from April to June. Some of the important Rabi crops are wheat, barley, peas, gram and mustard. Kharif crops are grown with the onset of monsoon in different parts of the country and are harvested in September to October. Important crops growing during this season are paddy, maize, jawar, bajra, tur or arhad, moong, urad, cotton, jute, groundnut and soya bean. We always keep some of our produce for our families and sell the rest in the market. There is one more type of farming done here, multiple cropping.
Multiple cropping? What is that?
To grow more than one crop on the same piece of land during the year is known as multiple cropping. It is the most common way of increasing production from land. Farmers in Rampur are able to grow 3 different crops due to a well-planned irrigation system. When electricity came to Rampur, it transformed the way we irrigated our fields. Earlier, farmers used the traditional Persian wheels to water their fields, but now they have got electric-run tube wells that could be used to irrigate large areas of land. Though the riverine plains, coastal areas are well irrigated, plateau regions like Deccan Plateau are not that well irrigated. Deepu, do you know that though we have used our natural resources like land and water to increase agricultural production, it has had an adverse impact on our environment?
Really? How has progress harmed environment?
Deepu, when we use chemical fertilizers and pesticides to increase our produce, they get washed away in the water and causes water pollution. When we draw underground water through tube wells to irrigate our fields, it lowers down the natural water table. Even after having bountiful monsoons, the groundwater tables in India have fallen down drastically because many farmers have installed the electric-run tube wells that are constantly drawing water from the earth.
Father, tell me, how has the land been distributed for farming in our village?
Deepu, Though majority of residents of our village are engaged in farming, not everybody is doing it because there is not sufficient land for all. The upper caste families own the majority of land here. They live in pakka houses made of cement and bricks. The lower caste people or Dalits have small areas of land for cultivation and live in modest kacha houses. Since they are not able to make a living from the land, they have to look for additional work also.
That's tragic. What all things are required for producing anything?
Dibu, to produce anything of public utility, the first requirement is land and other resources like water, forests and minerals. The second requirement is that of the labor or the working force.
Some production activities require educated and skilled workers like engineers, managers and accountants, while others require people who can do manual work like the daily wages laborers, carpenters and painters.